Hey, what's up? This is Sully from Godsmack. Strap on those boots, baby, because you are now in the trenches of the war room with the one and only Mistress Carrie right here on the Mistress Carrie Podcast.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Her hair so lovely, pretty eyes.
Hey, this is Brent from Shinedown, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie. Hey, Carrie, go put your bra on, girl.
Hey, this is Steven Tyler, and you be listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
What's up? This is Aaron from Stain, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, and you're listening to the one, the only Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is David from the band Disturbed, and you're listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
Hi, Bruce Dickinson here from Iron Maiden. Yes, indeed, Miss Whiplash herself, Mistress Carrie, is here to unchain your brain.
Hi, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're listening to Mistress Carrie.
This is Dennis Leary. You are listening to my favorite, Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is Corey from Stone Sour, and you have the privilege of listening to Mistress Carrie.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, reporting for duty from MCHQ for episode 304 of the Mistress Carrie Podcast. My guest this week is Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mudd, who returns to the show after his first appearance on episode 28 of the Mistress Carrie Podcast that got released on December 16th of 2020, back when we were full-blown in lockdown. Wes has got a lot going on, including recently releasing the video for the song Free off of last year's album, Kiss the Machine. Wes was holed up in Las Vegas talking about everything from working on new music to some crazy Spinal Tap moments while out on the road, and even a new movie that he's filming on iPhones. You never know what you're going to hear when Wes Scantlin's on the other end of the line. So allow me to reintroduce you to Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mudd.
There you are.
Hi.
Oh, wow, I remember you.
How are you?
I am chiselling. How are you doing?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for doing this, albeit at a little short notice. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and you look very lovely today.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to say those things. Even if you're lying, I appreciate it.
No, you actually look really nice.
Thank you. It looks very sunny and warm where you are. Where are you right now?
We are in Las Vegas.
Oh,
and,
man.
It's frying out here.
I went out
but
there.
We're winning.
I went out there a few weeks ago, and I came home with that ever-present, like, Vegas sickness that you get.
Oh, yeah.
The Vegas plague. You can't escape it. There's just something in Vegas.
Yeah, they still let you smoke inside these casinos.
I know, it's crazy.
We're doing good, though. We're doing good.
It's good to see you. You have been all over the news recently. So the first thing I want to ask you about is finding a way to tell your life story with your brother, because so many memoirs, biopics are coming out because rock stars have amazingly interesting human stories. In the interviews I've already read about your story, people are going to not believe that your life was really your life.
Yeah, well, it's a big combination platter of I don't like to throw people under the bus. People like to do it to me, but I refuse, and I will not actually throw anybody under the bus in my life. I will just continue to create music and entertainment and stuff like that, and that's how I roll. And anybody that I had to say bye to, they gotta go, and then when they gotta go, they gotta go. So that's about all I got to say about that, man.
Musicians have a way of writing personal things in music where we put our own lives into the lyrics, and sometimes it's the right interpretation of what you meant, and other times it's not. Have you ever heard of a crazy story of someone interpreting one of your songs that was so insanely off base from what you actually meant?
Not really, but we had a couple of country stars. Dierks Bentley did like a version of She Effing Hates Me. And then who was the other one? We had like 2 country artists do this, like these different interpretations. It didn't bother me though. I thought it was great because Daddy gets the cheese. You know what I'm saying?
I had that conversation
all the time, every time, man.
I had that conversation with the Disturbed guys when they covered Simon and Garfunkel, and they're like, yeah, Paul Simon's got a house in Hawaii thanks to us. We didn't get any of that money.
Absolutely. They surely did. Believe me. And it's a nice song, man. And those guys are great guys.
So when you hear someone else, because I'm a lover of cover songs, and I love it when someone takes a song that we all know and does it like She Hates Me and does it completely differently. Does it make you question whether or not you should have done something different to the original, or do you just go, oh, that was cool that they did it their way, but my way's still better?
No. Their original and recordings are beautiful. Like Elton John, what was that? Rocket Man. That one's fun to sing, man. And then Neil Young, Old Man. That one's really fun to sing. And then because we did the what is it called? Rediscovered album, and we did a bunch of songs, and it was a collaborational thing from my old manager / record producers and everybody just like threw it into a little pot, like, you know, and we did like we did like Boston, and we did like, what did we do? Like 38 Special. We did Zeppelin. Oh, Billy Squier, man, that was the hardest one I've ever. That was the hardest remake I've ever done. But the Rolling Stones, which one was that? Give Me Shelter. I gotta tell my manager because we've been going since 6 a.m. right now. But yeah, Give Me Shelter. Thank you, Mick Jagger, for and the rest of all you guys, and Keith Richards and everybody in the band. Thank you for writing that song, because that was the easiest and the funnest song to do. But the song by Zeppelin, it's like, oh, you don't have to go, oh. And there's so many different like derivatives of every single line. It must have took them a little while to do it, but I guess you can just fiddle around and you know, that's where I got with it, you know. But which one didn't I wasn't able to do Eddie Money. I wasn't able to do Eddie Money, man. Like I couldn't. They were on a different BPM or something, man. It was on the up down, in the middle of the up down. Like, so that was really rough. So that one, that did not make it. The Eddie Money song, God rest his soul, and God bless his daughter. She's a really nice person. But yeah, that was incredibly hard. And who was the other one that was really? Don't you know that you are a Those guys are awesome. I grew up listening to all these people, and I did all these songs on this record called Rediscovered, produced by Danny Wimmer, and we had a really, really great time at Eric Kretz, the drummer from Stone Temple Pilots, and we did that downtown in Los Angeles. And we had a great time doing that. And but it was hard, man. I mean, those guys are great singers.
Well, I was going to ask you, because you have such a deep and kind of raspy voice, which I can understand because I do too, but I can't sing and you can. But when you're talking about Robert Plant and Billy Squier and Brad Delp from Boston, those guys have a register that is so ridiculously high. You go to cover those songs, you got to turn yourself into a pretzel when you have a deep voice like yours to try and hit those notes.
Yeah, you're correct. And I love your voice, by the way. I was going to say that about 5 minutes ago, but yeah, you have a crazy, awesome, raspy voice. You probably could sing pretty darn good. I bet you $1 million. But yeah, those guys are hard to follow. Mick Jagger, thank you. And then, yeah, Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin, man. I mean, those guys, those songs were really, I think my manager was like, he could sing this right now, but, right now we can have him do this. So I think it was formulated to where like I could pull it off. So, and I can't deny the fact that the doctor, we had to have a rock doc come down and give me some steroids, man. Yeah, and then we did the "Stop Dragging My Heart Around" by Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks, and that was fun. And then I had this lady. Her name was crazy enough. Her name was BJ, and she was signed by the legendary. Al something that I can't believe I can't remember this dude's name. I never met him though. He's Omega. And Jimmy Iovine, I think he sent that song down. And I had fun doing it, man. And they sent this like super duper duper beautiful woman in. And so it like got me all fired up and everything. So we did it like right back and forth. So if you ever hear that one, that's me and this girl, and her name's BJ. And yeah, and then we sang that song together. What was it? Al Davis? Yeah, Al Davis. Yeah, legendary Al Davis. Am I right about that one? Yeah, I think I'm right.
You talk about the Stones. I was looking at like what happened on this date in history today, and it was on this date in 1965. Bill Wyman got electrocuted on stage and knocked unconscious. And I always look at stuff like that because those things happen in Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap proves to be true all the time. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. What is your Spinal Tap moment? The craziest thing that went so wrong?
Oh man. Well, I was in the LAX airport and I was on a bender. That was about probably maybe 12, 13 years ago. And it was real bad. I had a couple of psycho chicks like trying to like follow me around, and this one psycho chick like she dropped me off at the airport. They were feeding me substances that I don't ungodly know what the hell it was. And then I was.
Did
going
you try to go through TSA with a cucumber wrapped in aluminum foil in your pants?
I'm gonna do that. I'm going to do that. Actually, seriously, I almost did it like last week, but I just wanted to get home. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't pull that one, but I actually thought about it, and it makes no sense anyway if you look at it like logically. But yeah, so I thought about it, but no, thank you. But I actually had to go through TSA, take my shoes off. And I had to go poo-poo. And they were redoing the bathrooms in the LAX Southwest Airport. And this girl had stuffed a gun in my backpack so I wouldn't be able to leave. And I was like, so I had to go poo-poo and I could not find a bathroom. So I had to go into like one of these like little corner stores. I don't even know if they even know about this until now, but I actually had to like drop my pants and just blast. And then I come walking out and they're like, "Hey, are these your shoes?" And I was like, "Yeah, those are my shoes." They're like, Come over here, man. Come over here. Put your hands behind your back." And yeah, and then they threw me in a dungeon, and that's it. And yeah, so I spent I don't know, a couple months in the dungeon in the Twin Towers. And yeah, the food was not that great, but everybody was kind, and you can't get in any trouble over there, man, in solitary confinement.
Your stories, when things like that happen, obviously hit the press, and everybody talks about it. And you've been very vocal and kind of open and honest about all of your struggles. I had a really interesting conversation recently with Rick Emmett from Triumph about how they had to forgive each other and put the band back together, and the importance of forgiveness both to yourself and also with your bandmates, what have you learned with everything that you've gone through about the forgiveness for yourself, the band, and the fans?
I mean, shoot, man. I mean, things happen. There's nothing you can do. There's lurkers and vultures. There's facetious, vindictive, and fastidious people. And they ain't got no jobs, and they just kind of suck off of you. So just in my, personal advice to anybody out there, stay away from anybody like that, because they don't have your best interest in mind. They're just trying to steal your money. And no thieves. Get rid of all the bad weight, and move forward and soar higher. So keep God first place. And keep good people around you.
You just released the video for the song Free, and I read a quote from the album's producer, Kiss the Machine, that came out last year, that he wanted to give you the opportunity to be emotionally present on this record.
Eric Colvin produced and recorded and engineered the entire song Free and the entire Kiss the Machine record.
And then weren't you supposed to be working on a solo album too?
Yeah, which I can do. I can work with anybody on this on the solo record, and I got a bunch of ideas, and it's all it's all fun, we're all just having a good time. But I have obligations to Pavement and Sony Records, and Universal and Interscope and Flawless, Fred Durst, hello, I love you, dude, forever, and Korn and Stained and everybody that I've ever toured with, and God bless Brad from Three Doors, man. I'll see you in heaven, dog.
Oh,
and,
it was such a loss. He literally was one of the nicest guys in music.
Yeah, he was a lovely, lovely man, and I was on tour with those guys and Nickelback. Wonderful people, their crew, wonderful people, and super professional. And I was glad to be a part of it, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna rock again. Godsmack rocks, Deftones rocks, and Limp Bizkit rocks 15 times in the air all day. Spirit Fingers, Fred Durst rocks the house. God rest Sam.
Oh,
that was a heartbreaking situation.
I
and
know.
There's a lot of heartbreak and a lot of weird stuff that's happened, and I've cried, and everything's cool though. I'm doing well, and stay away from the lurkers, man. You know what I'm saying? Not you guys, but I'm just talking about out there to anybody that's listening. And just keep writing songs. That's what I was told to do. And they just said, hey, man, here's an acoustic guitar and here's a hotel room, and, write music and just keep writing. So I listened to them, and that's what I did. So that's what I keep doing.
You're balancing these different projects. You're talking about the responsibility of releasing Puddle of Mudd music, but then also working on solo stuff. Is the writing process different for you in the room with the acoustic? How do you decide this is a Puddle of Mudd song versus this is going to be something that I release on a solo record?
Yeah, I mean, collaboration is key in this writing world. Because I'm always soaking up energy and vibes from the world, which is basically Kiss the Machine, and then reality, and then it's just truthful life situations and stuff like that. So you have to soak up life, and you have to soak up different energies and stuff, and different emotions and stuff like that from life. And it's a strange, it's really fun. It's challenging. I like challenges. So that's all I'm saying is that the solo record will, I know who's going to be definitely there. We'll get Jonathan Davis in there, and we'll get Fred Durst in there, and I'm thinking about pulling like Eminem and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and doing like some kind of crazy super duper thing. Maybe we can get Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs to come in there and dance for me, and then maybe Taylor Hawkins. No, that's he's
Taylor
he's gone
Swift.
too.
You mean?
Yeah, I'll probably work with. I'll see if I can get Grohl to come in and drum with me and stuff, and just a big old collaboration, like a pizza, like a big old pie. And unfortunately, we don't got to do it on karaoke machines these days.
You talk about collaborating with guys like Fred Durst and Jonathan Davis. The resurgence of 90s music right now, the way that younger people are looking at that decade in particular of music, when you look at it from now back, you realize how brilliant it was. But you and I remember when a lot of that music came out, the critics were like, this music's never going to last. It's not good. It's never going to last. And look at it now. All of that music,
Come on,
look
man.
at it now.
Yeah, still going.
Bigger, arguably, now than it was back then. All of those bands you're talking about are bigger now.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's crazy. And I've been listening to it my whole life. And I'll get Jerry on there too. He can bitch slap me in the face if he wants to. He beat me at cards at his house about probably 15 years ago. He beat everybody at playing poker, and it was a nice meeting. We had like a little AA meeting and stuff over there, and he's a wonderful man, and he has taught me so much. He's inspired me so much, and Lane and everybody else, and Mike Inez, the whole Alice in Chains family, and Sean Kenny. I love you, Sean. You're a great man. And I could sit here all day and say like how many people that I've toured with that I love so much. And God bless all the fallen soldiers. And oh man,
There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah, and then we got all this stuff over here going on. I mean, I've been over there like 13 times. Playing for the soldiers. You guys are great. Thank you for your service. And I had a great time flying around with you guys.
I've talked to a lot of artists like Shinedown. I talked to Drad Arnold from Three Doors Down before he passed about what it feels like to go over and play for our troops overseas. I've seen it as well on when I got embedded as a journalist in Iraq and Afghanistan. Is there a crazier crowd or mosh pit that you've ever seen with an audience than playing for a bunch of uniformed troops?
No.
It's nuts.
No way, man. They had tanks with like fire blasters like coming out of the cannons of the freaking tanks and stuff at the show in a blowed up soccer stadium. And like we're sitting there, it's actually we have the video. I don't know, it's in the cloud or whatever it is. I don't really know this stuff, but it's all over it's everywhere. But that was incredible. And I don't really dig the war stuff, man, because I don't really know what's going on a lot. And I don't know, man. It was fun. We had a good time. The flight line was I think 89 hours just to get there, to go to some secret private place. And I don't really like to let that out too much because these guys are so rich that they'll just come take you out. So just, hey, man, I was invited. So go get somebody else. Don't mess with me anymore, man. I think they already took me down anyway. I ain't tripping.
You mention your journey with sobriety and AA meetings. As someone that has not struggled with addiction and sobriety, I think there are people that don't understand what that journey is like, and that it's not a perfectly straight line to go from point A to point B. How are you now, and how do you explain what that journey is like to someone with no experience in it?
Phew, lay low, fly low, stay low. And if there's some kind of confusion or something with anybody that you're interacting with, and it gets a little sideways, turn around very, very calmly and walk away. Wish them the best, but just turn around, walk away, get in your car, and just bounce and just go away. and let them deal with their own stuff. Hopefully they'll come out on the other side as I have, and that hopefully that will work for them. But that's my advice. Turn around, walk away. There's no reason to get into any type of confliction or conflict with anybody. There doesn't have to be any type of stuff that happens like that. I don't harm anybody. I just try to help people.
The new song off of Kiss the Machine, Free, the new album is out. What are the plans for the rest of 2026 for Puddle of Mudd? What are you working on? When are you going back out on the road? What's going on?
We're going to go ahead and we're going to start working on the new record for 2027 already. And we're going to keep releasing singles and stuff and doing videos for the last Kiss the Machine record. And, and we're going to keep working on this movie I've been working on since the pandemic. And I just recently got the footage back on these crazy iPhones that I actually recorded all this stuff on. So I got the movie back, and we're going to finish that up, which I'm calling Chach and Ching.
I think we talked about it. The last time you were on the show was during the pandemic. It was December of 2020.
Yeah.
And we were both just like locked in our houses. I think actually you were out in the backyard on the lawn chair talking about all of these different things you were going to do because you were bored. And now all these years later, you're saying it's finally done.
Yeah. I mean, I got the iPhones back. So I got the cloud back, and we had to go to the people with it, the Apple people. And they finally found it. And me and my manager, we got it in the office right here back in the La Casita. And so we're just downloading all the footage and everything, and we got all the footage back, and I think like 45 other songs that was already recorded, and I just sat there on a couch for like 2 years with earbuds in, like plugged into an iPhone, and like tapping the beats and everything with my little fingers and stuff. And that was fun, but man, it was crazy to lose that stuff. So anyway, I think my dad got that back from my sister, and she's still in timeout.
What can we expect from this movie? Like what's the concept of it? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I'm calling it Chach and Ching. So it's basically about a band that goes on tour and like are broke and they don't have any money and they have to do something, and they run into like to a dealer that needs to have some weight moved, and then so we just packed the whole bus full of all kinds of different substances. So we go to the shows, and we are the actual people that deal the substances. And so it's a whole transfer thing, but then everything goes sideways, and the cops come in, and they bust everybody, and it's just kind of like the movie. It's kind of like Blow meets Cheech and Chong. So it's really funny. And
you filmed it all on iPhones?
I filmed it all on iMovie. All of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got all of it, I think. We got all of that stuff. Yeah, we got it all, man. Or else we will get it, believe me. One way or another, I'm going to get it.
Well, I'm glad that there's new music on the way, but if people haven't seen the video for free, it just came out. So you can go to the Puddle of Mudd YouTube channel and check it out. Kiss the Machine, the latest album is out right now. And then at some point early, mid-2027, we're getting the new record?
Yeah, I'm going to work on it here. I just got to finish up doing this. We just got a couple other things to tie up everything. Everything's going to be all right. And then I'm going to continue filming for this movie. I'll probably see if I can get Fred Durst to come in and help out. Amazing artist, amazing man. He's amazing.
He's been doing a lot of movie stuff too while he's concentrating on Limp.
So I'm going to be trying to get him in there so he can give me some guidance, because he is an amazing person. And we'll see how many people we can pull in and do some cameos and stuff. And it should be really, really fun, And then I can finish the movie. I got a bunch of footage, like 2 years of footage of it's crazy. So me and my manager, she worked for MTV, VH1, Fuse, everybody. Barbara Papa George, on fire. She's amazing. And she's incredible. So we are surrounded by angels. So we will invite all the angels to come in and help us out. You're an angel too. I love your glasses, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You got the skull and crossbones.
Did
you have those on last time?
They're the Wild Thing glasses from Major League, the Charlie Sheen movie.
That's what that is. Oh my, that's awesome. All right. I was wondering, I was like, wow, that's so good, man.
Well, some of us aren't outside in the sun in Vegas like you are, in the casita like you are, so we're inside in the studio with the glasses on.
With air conditioning.
Well, in New England, I don't need that right now. The heat's still on here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, just hold on. I heard it just got it's not so cold over there no more, huh?
Well, today it was 65, but it's probably going to snow in 2 days. It's that time of year where it's just Mother Nature's drunk and she just sends us what she sends us every day. We don't know.
That is so cool. Sounds like, yeah. But it is beautiful over there because where I grew up at, living in Kansas City, I thought that the East Coast was just a bunch of buildings, huge skyscrapers. That's kind of how I grew up. And when I got over there and I got up the coast and stuff, and it's beautiful over there. It's insane, especially New England and Boston and all that stuff. That's where Doug Ardito lives. A lot of, yeah, that is amazing. That's an amazing coast. And it goes all the way around, and the water's warm too.
Well, and parts of it, you become very tough growing up in New England because you get into that ocean at certain times of the year, and it's character building. It's so cold.
Yeah, but I grew up thinking it was just New York, Manhattan, and that was it. Yeah, there's nothing else, just that.
And the Northeast loves its rock music too. Always has.
Absolutely. Yeah, they do. Yeah, we're going to come back over there.
Well, we can't wait to see you. Thank you for checking in with me. I'm glad that things are going well for you. We see all the headlines sometimes and get worried, but I'm glad that you're focusing all of your creative energy on some cool stuff and a movie and new albums.
You're looking beautiful. Those glasses, I'm stealing them from you. Next time I see you, I'm taking them.
No, you are not.
I swear to God I will.
See you later, honey.
All right. I don't know how to turn this thing off, but you're awesome.
There he is, Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mudd. The video for the new song, Free, off of Kiss the Machine, is linked in the show notes of this episode. While you're checking out the show notes, you'll also find the link to his first appearance on episode 28 of the Mistress Carrie Podcast. You'll find the link to this episode's corresponding playlist. I make a playlist for every full-length episode of the Mistress Carrie Podcast that features all of my guest music and all the artists and songs that we referenced in the interview. Plus, you'll find all the Puddle of Mudd links and, of course, all the Mistress Carrie links. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe, and share the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Plus, every weekday, you get the Sit Rep. The Situation Report breaks down all your rock news, music headlines, and entertainment updates, and you never know when we're going to release a bonus episode. Join me live every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern for my weekly live streaming video show, Cocktails in the War Room, on my official Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. And you can always find me on the radio. Get the details on all of that and more at MistressCarrie.com. The Mistress Carrie Podcast, a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network.